Hey traders, Marcello here, founder of the Day Trading Academy. Today we're talking about the best markets for beginners to trade. We're here at the beach in Australia. I hope you guys are enjoying the view. It's a beautiful country. Highly recommend you guys come here. The markets for the most part are pretty similar across every market. There's a lot of different financial products to trade: stocks, options, futures, Forex, CFDs, anything from ETFs, all kinds of things. Some markets, you guys have to understand as beginners, are a little bit more manipulated than others. So it's a little bit easier and I would say more reliable to trade one market compared to the other. First and foremost, I would not recommend that you guys learn how to trade more exotic, I would say, financial instruments like CFDs or even things like options or Forex. Reason why is because these markets can tend to be a little bit more complicated. In markets like options and Forex, they're a little bit more manipulated as well because there's a lack of regulation. Even governments are involved in this manipulation, and also brokers are actually involved in the what I call fraud, where you go to put in an order and they're actually making money off the orders that you place in the market. So I wouldn't recommend you start with Forex or options for that reason. They're the best markets for beginners to trade, I would recommend, is either stocks or futures. Stocks, not to be confused with penny stocks, because obviously it's a little bit more risky in my opinion. But stocks and futures are a little bit easier to get into. There are less capital requirements. With stocks, understand that you do need a minimum of $25,000 to be able to day trade, but you can swing trade. So you can learn technical analysis possibly by doing a little bit more longer term trading. I do prefer to teach everybody on futures first because it's a much easier market to be able to trade on, especially the S&P 500. The symbol is ES. It's a much more fluid market. It's one of the highest volume markets in the world, and also it's a lot easier to be able to learn because there's one market, there's one exchange, I should say, and there's the same regulation for everybody, so there's a lot less manipulation in those markets as well. In terms of starting out, you can start out in futures with just $1,000. The requirement in your account is only $500 when you put in your position. With options or Forex, I do want to tell you guys in full disclosure, you can start opening up an account with $500, even $200 or $300. But because those markets are so manipulated, it's much easier to be able to lose that money. So what I recommend is Forex or stocks, whichever of the two you guys decide. And then after that, you guys can get into more, I would say, exotic instruments like Forex, options, or even things like CFDs. So those are the markets I recommend that you guys trade as beginners. The E-mini S&P 500 is a market that scans from a beginner all the way to a professional traders. Most professionals now don't even trade the big contracts anymore. You can trade things like gold, oil futures, which are some of the most liquid markets in the world with futures. That's one of the reasons why I recommend it. So I'll leave you guys here with the view. Let us know if you guys have any questions, and you guys have a great one. Ciao.